All right, guys. In this short video, I'm going to talk about serrapeptase and its potential side effects. So let's hop right into it. Just real quick, at the end of the video, I'm going to kind of give you my takeaway of what I think about serrapeptase, but let's hop right into it. So first of all, there's the bleeding risk. Now, I am a big fan of serrapeptase, same with nattokinase. I think they're good supplements, but there is an increased risk of bleeding. It's something you need to be aware of. It is legitimate, plenty of examples of it happening. My biggest takeaway for you is that doesn't mean you can't take it. It just means you have to be careful. And you particularly have to be careful. I get a lot of questions. Well, can I take it with aspirin? Can I take it with warfarin? No, that's not recommended. It's not ideal. It's going to increase your bleeding risk. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing about serrapeptase. It's just one of its natural byproducts of it doing its job. But you do have to be careful, even with things like turmeric, other natural substances that can increase bleeding risk. You want to be very careful. Okay. Now, some people say, oh, it gives me stomach side effects. I get a decreased appetite. I get nauseous. Here's what I found. If you look at the studies, these aren't really a concern for me. And I say that because when you look at the studies, the people doing the placebo experienced about the same kind of a rate of stomach related side effects. So to me, I don't think this is a legitimate side effect. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Okay. The other one is skin reactions. People have reported having skin outbreaks of different types. Now, yes, there are case studies showing this. Do I put a lot of warnings about this? No, because I think the chances of it happening are very low. How can you tell if you're going to react? You can't. I think it's going to be very rare, very isolated cases. And you're not going to know until you try taking it. So again, it's not something I'm going to be overly concerned about. So like I promised at the beginning of the video, here's my 2 cents on serrapeptase. Very powerful, very natural supplement. I am a big fan of it. It's got a long history of use and a long history of benefit. I do have a video on serrapeptase benefits. With that being said, there is a legitimate side effect, risk factor of increased bleeding that you have to be aware of. I'd also be careful post-surgery. I know it's used a lot by people, but there are case reports, for example, of impacted molars being removed due to abscesses, those sorts of things. And it's such a powerful supplement to break down some of those tissues and clots that in that particular case, the abscess actually spread more. So, it's just powerful. So you want to be careful with it, particularly post-surgery. Outside of that, outside of the bleeding risk, I think it's very well tolerated. And like I said, I'm a fan of it. So, and I can't say that about a lot of supplements. So hope this was helpful. You guys let me know in the comments, other topics that would be helpful for me to cover on the channel. And I will get those taken care of. I appreciate your feedback. I will see you in the next.